Hello ladies and gentlemen, Accenture here and welcome back to another video. I hope all of you are doing well because I am as always, and in today's video we're flying at the world's highest airport. Yeah, so I thought, there's a lot of videos, where we've been to the world's smallest airport, and stuff like that, we do fast landers up, but what? Let's see what a high altitude airport really looks like. And in case you can't tell, I've got the Air China livery. We are in China. This is actually quite a cool livery now I think about looking at it. It's definitely an underused livery. But let's just get to the end of the runway and see if we can... Sure, we'll just take off like this, why not? Let's just autopilot it, because we've been doing a lot of that recently. So let's see if we can get airborne. Definitely need some flaps though. Looks like we're going to collide. Oh. Okay, well we sort of were airborne. We're not going to make that, are we? So let's go into short final and use autopilot to get us steady and back in the air. There we go. So we are in China, and I thought let's just have a look about it, see whether we can do any silly stuff, because we can definitely get some high altitudes from this airport in China, and it's really weird. So this airport has 155,000 annual passengers. All this information, by the way, is from Wikipedia. And it is at an elevation of 14,000 feet, which is stupid. So let's have a look here. You can see on here, look, we're at 16,000 feet and we've just left the runway. That is crazy. Now, I thought it was weird. I didn't expect China to be the airport, the country, sorry, the highest airport, I have to admit. But I thought, maybe... being near, is this near the Himalayas? It kind of makes sense, to be fair. Right here, we're by the Himalayas. But I have to say, I was expecting Bhutan, perhaps, or Nepal. But it's an alright looking airport, I suppose, at this altitude. Probably a pain, probably quite windy. But yeah, so it's an interesting airport. But let's see what else there is. So there's one in Tibet. There's a lot in Tibet, actually. But let's go to... Peru. It has no annual passengers, so it might be a good option for us to choose, and it's SPVI for its code. There we go, Vigor, and hopefully this airport will be good. So let's spawn in the air, because I feel like this isn't going to be a good airport at all. Now this airport has an altitude of 13,500 feet. Which is very, very high again. But again, look, it looks like there's no mountain range near us really whatsoever. That's a high river, to be fair, isn't it? But yeah, it's slightly shocking. I do have to admit, I thought there would have been a few more mountains, definitely when we're at this altitude, supposedly in an aircraft, but that's quite poor. Let's head over to Bolivia then. So we're just going to run through a bunch of the world's tallest airports. Let's just see how good they really are. So SLPO, what's it called? Captain Nicholas Rojas. It's not in 3D, so it's not going to be a great airport in Infinite Flight. There's a few more in Peru. There's one in Nepal on this list, but they're all in Peru, Nepal, China. There is one in India. There's one in the United States, Colombia. So there are a few, to be fair, but these start to stray below. There we go. So this is more what I was expecting. So this airport's not let us down. Is this the... I couldn't even remember where this airport is. Is it... Oh, it's the Peru airport. That makes sense. Right, let's have a look at what we can get here then. So let's increase our... Let's put our flaps down. Let's just try and gain some altitude, because this is more what I was looking for. So you've got the runway directly in front of the aircraft there. Doesn't look like an easy landing, I'm not going to lie. It does look quite tricky. A bit of a valley approach. There's a little town or city or wherever. There's a tail, so this is behind. It doesn't look like the world's easiest place to fly to, I do have to admit. But wow, there's some good scenery. Let's head left. And we can also ×5 this. So we can just get an idea for what the surrounding region is like for this. Overspeeding, what a surprise. So this looks like a really good place to fly. The airport's in our distance now over there, but I think, wow, look at this. The scenery here obviously will look a bit better when it's fully loaded in. But yeah, okay. Peru is currently my favourite tallest airport in the world. So that might even be worth flying to, although I don't know if the airport takes any flights. Let's have a look. No, they don't have a domestic passenger count. That's sad. Have we been to the Bolivia one? No, we haven't. Let's go to Bolivia. There's one in Bolivia. I'm not sure what to expect for Bolivia, to be honest. I'm not sure. I'm hoping it'll be similar to this. So this airport looks alright. There doesn't appear to be many South American airports in fully 3D, which is a bit of a shame. But we'll move, we'll go, we can do this. We're still in the Air 737. I'm sure that's suitable for all this, definitely. Let's go have a look. Ooh, okay. Okay, now we're talking. Let's get some more altitude. We're at 14,000 feet still. And I'm hoping the aircraft will just level itself out. There's the airport. Okay. Whoa, is that on a cliff edge? Now, if this is a direct drop, now this will be a... Wow. Let's slow down here. Oh, okay, so... Oh, right, we're at the river airport. Might not be the same airport. Wow. So there's obviously... It looks like there should be a few runways there, but that's alright. And then you're straight into the mountains over here. Let's just keep speeding up, shall we? Let's see what's over the edge of this one. That's really cool that it's got like the cliff edge right on the edge of it. That's really cool. That I like this. I like the Bolivia airport. It's called La Paz. That's a cool name. It has 1.8 million annual passengers. So I'm not sure what that's equivalent to for like a major airport in England or America. I'd imagine it's probably something like maybe a quarter of Bristol. I don't know how many people fly into Bristol each year, but wow. So this is pretty cool. That's a cool airport. Right, let's see what other nations got a cool high airport I can have a look at. We're not going to Nepal or India or Bolivia. Let's go Colombia. Let's go to the last one in Colombia. Skip. It's called Skip. San Luis or San Luis. I'm not sure what's the exact name, but let's have a look. There is one in Ecuador, but it closed down by the looks of it. Shame on them. So there's Colombia one. There's not much stats. 9,746 feet. Oh, okay. So this is very typical for Colombia. Obviously the rainforesty and everything. And it's just times 5 it. So yeah, it just looks like a rainforest. To be honest, the scenery looks a bit ugly. I'm not gonna lie. And let's just stop and admire the runway. That's definitely where it should be. So you can obviously see where the real runway is. Or maybe that is meant to. Maybe there's meant to be 2 runways here. We can try and have a look at this. I'm gonna get it up for me on the thing. See if there's any pictures of it. Okay, so there's 2 runways by the looks of it. As you can see here, the mini runway is the small one, but for some reason the main runway just doesn't exist. But okay, let's have a look at this in here. It's not as good as the previous one, but it's definitely good. Well, let me know what airport you guys found the best at, I guess, and hopefully I can see you all in my next video. Good night.